Chapter 25 of Witch Hat Atelier. Cover art is Riche. She looks like she's free. In this chapter, she low-key gets awakening towards the end and understands herself even more. The start of this chapter, we get to see what Yui really looks like. Our darkened wolf looks really sad and in pain. Agatha is trying to reach him. He's on the snake path and he falls off on purpose. Like he's just trying to get away farther into the darkness, not even caring how badly he's injuring himself. God picks up one of the scales and puts it in that guidepost thing so she won't ever have to worry about losing him. God knows she has to help him, but now that that the tattoo's on his body, there's no getting it off. She's trying to figure out a way to bring him back. Before she can do anything, that Brimhap dude comes back and finds Yui very fascinated about forbidden magic, mad about the lost time, that it was lost in time, and wish he had more time to observe. But he brings Yui with him to take him to see a girl, but I think he's talking about Coco. He wants to present Yui to Coco, most likely to get her to do forbidden magic. God's wondering what they're planning, why they want Coco, some average, unremarkable girl. Then we can see this panel spread, and it's amazing. God's like, I'm worried about why they want Coco later. Now we get to Riche, and she's with the penguins, and she's trying to take them back home. She's still worried about Agatha and them, understand that her own weakness of not learning other spells, and she could have been helpful, but she thought that learning other spells would make her lose herself. Now we get to see a flashback of Agatha 4 years later, before she was in Kiefer's atelier. She went to go be the master with this master who was also the master of her brother. He just seems really off and like depressed. Once she got there, she started starting her own magic right away, and the teacher was not going for it, bro. He was like, you're gonna learn magic the way I want you to. Magic is not meant for amusement. Magic is meant for helping others, which I can see that's kind of like a good principle, but he was kind of being a dick about it. Then he threw her papers on the floor and made her write on the floor until she gets the lesson completed. Obviously, she's gonna feel belittled and hateful towards this teacher, and he even tried to bully her brother in front of him. You can see the amount of time he's been spending with this master, because he's kind of brainwashed a little bit. But Riche found a way to pass the lessons by actually doing the lesson, but putting a little twang to herself with her own style, so she still could keep it to herself. Her brother thanks her for her brilliance, and her enthusiasm is what keeps him going. Riche feels about her spells, like not doing other spells and keeping her to herself, and that she won't fade away. I don't know why she has this obsession of just doing her own spells. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But comes the test that she has to take, the first test, and she realized that she can't use the magic she wants to. She starts thinking about different ways that she could go up there with like a stone ribbon or a sparkling bridge, but she knows that's not the right answer, what an adult wants. So she ends up doing the way that the adult wants her to go through the test. Now she doesn't know what road she wants to take, because obviously if she was able to learn magic from that could be helpful, she would be able to help Yui, but she doesn't want to lose herself. She's stuck in a crosspath between what side to take. She finally gets to the other side, the exit, and all the penguins are free now. The test wouldn't have been over. It wasn't that long of a journey. The test would have actually been really easy if the brim hat guy didn't interrupt. Like, I got one to smoke this test. The penguins are not running away, because obviously she still has that cloak on, so they still think she looks like them. But she's about to take off the cloak. She noticed that she found Yui's spell book. She sees all these intricate patterns, understanding how hard he worked. Even when she got to Kiefer's, she talked about when she got to Kiefer's atelier, she was still afraid to study and stubborn to study others' magic, feeling like it was going to dilute the original of herself. But she realized learning other magic will help her make up for the weaknesses she has. I was actually amazed that she actually gets this realization, and that's why she's gonna thank Kiefer later on for making her take this test, because she was very abrasive at first to not take it. Now she's realizing that doing other spells is not taking it. Was always going to be her doing the spell, and it was always her from the beginning. He finally takes off the cloak, and the penguins just run away like, who the hell are you, girl? We thought we was friends. Then she starts drawing in the notebook. The panel goes to Yui's teacher, and he gets seen by the magic police guy, and he asks him like, hey, aren't you supposed to be at the test? Like, is there a delay or something? That was the end of chapter 25, bro. Oh my god.